Yo, yo, yo. Peace and blessings, everybody. Salute, salute, salute. I wanted to make this video, especially on the heels of yesterday. If you guys haven't checked out my most recent videos, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback on the video I just currently did last night, mainly focusing on how huge moneyline favorites in whatever sport, MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, are what we like to call the bankroll killers, right? And I went into depth and detail, kind of focusing on that. And yesterday, I kind of highlighted, how, and I wanted to hammer home that specific point of, big money line favorites just destroying and devastating people's bankroll, confidence. And what I did was I used yesterday the New York Yankees at a minus 250, minus 260 money line favorite as a prime example of just that fact, as they were defeated by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays yesterday as a very, very big money line favorite, right? Now today, on the heels of last night's video, kind of highlighting the New York Yankees as a big favorite and how they were defeated by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, we come into today, and for anybody that watched that video yesterday, hopefully they took the initiative and made it a priority to kind of listen to what I was some of the points that I was focusing on in that video, because today, once again, the New York Yankees as a big money line favorite today at minus 190 against those same Tampa Bay Devil Rays. After upsetting yesterday, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays upset the New York Yankees on back-to-back nights. But we know that the New York Yankees is probably the most familiar and famous Major League Baseball team around the world. You can't really go anywhere without coming across somebody, no matter what country, no matter what language they speak, without somebody possibly wearing a Yankees hat or being familiar with the New York Yankees as a team. So they're definitely probably the most notable baseball team in the world. And today, it's just so funny how on the heels of last night's video highlighting how devastating that loss probably was to people who were being ill-advised to back the New York Yankees yesterday. They did the very same exact thing, set people up for failure, and devastated people's bankrolls, people's straight bets, people's parlays, because I could imagine that so many people might have even parlayed yesterday's pick with today's pick, or parlayed today's pick with a bunch of other games, figuring that since they were upset last night, there was no way they were going to get upset on back-to-back nights. Well, sorry. As I reminded you guys in the video, the New York Yankees are probably, they are the most famous baseball team in the world, and they continue to be a profitable team for Las Vegas sports books, online sports books, bookies, whatever you want to call it. They continue to bring in the money. And yesterday and today is some of the examples of exactly why, right? So yesterday you had to risk almost 3 to win 1, and you lost that. So that was the equivalent of losing 3 bets in a row. Today, they were minus almost 200, and they lost. So on back-to-back nights, you have the equivalent of what looks like 5 bets in a row, 5 losing bets consecutively at even money lines just by taking the New York Yankees on back-to-back days. Now think about that for a second. Think about, the devastation, the demoralizing impact that would have on somebody financially, mentally, confidence-wise, their mood, right? Their energy on every single level, just by being ill-advised, being stupid, taking recommendations from people that don't know what they're doing, or just just going with that team because you just happen to like them, right? So let me highlight that. I want to bring it up so you guys can actually see, because it's just so funny how the universe continues to work with me directly, protect my energy, and communicate directly to myself in the community. Because last night's video was highlighting this specific team, and on back-to-back days, they just bring home the point of what I was saying yesterday about big money line favorites devastating and killing the bankroll. So look at this, guys. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays defeated the New York Yankees today 3-1 as a big money line favorite on the heels of defeating them 4-0 yesterday. So on back-to-back games, destroying the New York Yankees, destroying the New York crowd, destroying everybody who backed yesterday or today or both days, destroying multiple parlays, and just destroying the New York native and Yankee fans all over the world, right? And hopefully I was able to save some people just off of last night's video, right? Hopefully we avoided people being blindsided and being, just taught the wrong lessons, being advised the wrong information, and being recommended the wrong picks or plays. Hopefully last night's video protected some people's bankroll, protected some of their energy, their confidence, and their possible, potential loss that could have been had if I didn't make last night's video, right? So hopefully, we did protect some people, right? The profit, the bankroll, the progression, and it just speaks volumes about the energy yesterday that I was receiving to make that video, and how today it rang 100% true yesterday, and how today on the heel of last night's video it 100% rings true again, because not only did the New York Yankees get upset at almost a -200 money line favorite, the Cleveland Guardians today at a -220 money line favorite were defeated by the Detroit Tigers. So another big money line favorite goes down today at -220. The Cleveland Guardians defeated by the Detroit Tigers, as well as today the Toronto Blue Jays as a -$225 money line favorite was upset and devastated by the Baltimore Orioles today by a score of 4-2. So on the heel of last night's video of me putting that out and showing you guys the greatest example last night of a -260 money line favorite New York Yankee upset by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, today we have three of the biggest money line favorites on the slate being upset, and that can only speak, to the energy that we're moving with. It can speak to the work, to the themes that I'm trying to get out to you guys, how important they are, the last 48 hours really just highlights the value of the content and the work that I'm putting out. You understand what I'm saying? It definitely is ringing 100% absolutely true. And off of last night's video, I found it kind of funny, because my name is Mr. Futures, and last night that's exactly what I did. I looked into the future and hopefully protected some people from possibly attacking or backing the New York Yankees as a big money line favorite today, as well as possibly the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Guardians. So hopefully, that video yesterday was very insightful to as many people that were able to get a hold of it and check it out. And I can only imagine, the losses and the devastation and just the negativity that is now surrounded by everybody who decided to back the New York Yankees yesterday, the New York Yankees today, the Cleveland Guardians today, the Toronto Blue Jays today. It must really be a dark place. But hopefully they come across my videos real soon. They come across my work and they're able to, follow and support a real, genuine gematria decoder and teacher, because that's exactly what I do. I teach it to people. I don't only just offer picks. And again, the last 48 hours, these last two videos really ring true and speak, to the work that I'm doing, the content that I'm putting out there, and the value is really priceless. So again, today was just another perfect day to speak about it. And it just so happened to be the New York Yankees. Me being a New York native, I just found it really funny that the New York Yankees big money line upsets on back-to-back days is really the example that I'm highlighting to bring forward one of the biggest points of sports betting, right? Is not to follow, back, or support these big money line favorites that at this point are, as you guys can see, as I'm showing you with these examples, become really irresponsible, right? So salute to everybody. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And I just thought it made a bunch of sense to get on here and start talking about, the themes yesterday, what we were talking, what we were highlighting, so on and so forth. Salute to Nate Robinson in the building. I appreciate you. He says, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Shout out to Victor for keeping it straight and narrow. You already know. I don't know how to keep it any other way. Salute, brother. Appreciate you for stopping by. Mr. Mabor, always in the building. Shout out to you, man. Let's go. Yankees are on a stinker. That's a fact. And this guy, Van Lee, hits it right on the head. He says, minus 200 in baseball is suicidal. Yeah, but you'd be surprised. That's really true. And you would be surprised how many people actually recommend, promote, and give out minus 200, minus 300 money line favorite. It really is sickening, and it really does a disservice to that community, whatever community is supporting that or whatever. And we just keep it 100 over here, right? So that's all we know how to do. So salute. I appreciate everybody for joining me. If you're not familiar with the work, go on and check it out. The link is in the description of every one of my videos, as long as with some of my social medias, as well as reminding everybody that this video right here is brought to you by Mr.SOLE. It happens to be our sponsor for this month. So salute. I appreciate you, Mr.SOLE, bringing you all the independent streetwear and footwear based out of New York City, independent brand. You click on the link, go on and check it out. So once again, appreciate you, Mr.SOLE, for sponsoring this stream. This gentleman right here says up 56K the past 3 months. Salute to you, Big 22. I'm loving to hear that. That's a great situation. Salute. And any contribution that I made to that, I'm humbled and very proud to hear that. You know what I mean? And so congratulations to you. You already know, protect the bag moving forward. I preach 100%, responsibility as well as aggressively attacking. So if you're able to walk that line, it's very important. Shout out to you. It says up 201K last year. That's a very interesting number, 201, right? Especially with the work that we do. I find it funny that you mentioned that. So, but that's a great year, right? So salute to you. Shout out and big ups to Big 22 on a very incredible year. So salute. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here because it's really late. Got to get back to work. Always working. But before I get out of here, we got to highlight yesterday. What we decided to do yesterday. It was really frustrating, right? Because as I said, I have a threshold that I really don't like to go beyond, right? And that really is minus 165 money line, right? As a favorite, right? We don't chase anything above minus 165. And just to show you guys how disciplined I am when it comes to that, as far as recommending to the community, right? Because I put that in place for a specific reason. But yesterday, in my opinion, the best riddle on the day, one of the best riddles on the day that I felt very confident about was the Philadelphia Phillies to defeat the Cincinnati Reds. Obviously, though, the Philadelphia Phillies were a minus 175 money line favorite, which is just past what I'm comfortable recommending to my supporters, my community, my followers. So I had to take a back seat yesterday as far as recommending that pick and giving that pick out and publishing that pick, just because I wanted to remain true to the disciplines and the strategies that I have had since day one. But, just to let me know exactly how on point the radar continues to be, yesterday, the Philadelphia Phillies took care of business, defeating the Cincinnati Reds 4-3. And again, we wrote that same riddle today. The Philadelphia Phillies defeating the Cincinnati Reds again. So on back-to-back days. But again, today they were at the same price, minus 175, just beyond where we're comfortable recommending to the community. So I apologize to my community on not publishing that. But again, I remain true to what I preach. And I definitely didn't want to be so, any type of thing that people could say or compare to being a hypocrite, right? So again, this is I take full responsibility when I myself attack these games, and you know, I have tons of experience as well as a lot of built-in games to draw back on and reflect on. And this is why I felt very, very confident attacking this game yesterday, even though it was a little bit beyond what I like to you know, what I'm comfortable with recommending to my supporters, right? So just to let you guys know, you know, we still continuing the streak. You know, we still doing our thing, moving it forward, and I'm working every single day, no matter what. So salute to you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. Big ups. He said, Mr. Futures, would you say tennis is the easiest sport to fix? No, I wouldn't say that. You know, I don't know necessarily which one is the easiest to fix. But you know, I would assume that they're all easy to fix because they're all fixed. You know, so I guess at that point it's just a perspective, right? We don't really have the inside knowledge to really give you an accurate answer. But my opinion is, you know, they're pretty much all easy to fix, right? So says, reserve. Thanks, Victor W. Man. Salute. Thank you for joining me. Step back. Appreciate you always for stopping in. JC says Phillies equals 50-45 since he stayed on 45 wins. Yep, definitely that is something that we saw as well. And so moving forward, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Click that like button to help me get this video out to the masses. Repost, share, and come back and comment. Leave some positive feedback. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. As we love to say in my community, gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Big up, salute, peace, and positivity to everybody. And I'll see you guys next time. Salute and cheers. Big ups. One time.